Steady claiming that everyone know we together, but you steady choose.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be giving you guys tips, tricks, or hacks, or whatever you want to call them, to make your hair last longer, your weave, your frontal, your closure, all that. So if you're interested in watching this video, then keep on watching the video. So my first tip would be, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into when you get the type of hair that you're getting. In my opinion, straight hair is the easiest hair to wash, detangle, to manage, and I think it lasts the longest, but I don't know what some other people think. Body wave hair and curly hair, I feel like, are the hardest to manage because sometimes you have to put so many products in it just to make the curls be the exact way that you want them to be, like the way you had them when you first got them out of the package. And also, I think water wave is really hard to keep up with as well, because I've seen a lot of people have to apply water every single time they just want to style their hair, and I feel like that's just, for me, like that's just doing too much. So, and if this is your first time getting a frontal, a sew-in, a closure, whatever, I would recommend getting straight hair, so you know how to manage the straight hair first and then work your way up to the curlier hairs. Number 2, customization. This is if you're getting a wig, a closure, sometimes definitely a frontal. Customization is really important because you don't want to look like you're wearing a freaking wig. So some companies say that their hair comes already bleached and the hair is already pre-plucked, but once you put it on your head, you need to customize it and pluck it more, and sometimes you definitely have to bleach the knots before you put it in your head. The companies that pre-pluck the hair, there really is no way for them to have it already customized. I feel like customizing to your base and your head has to happen when you get the wig and you see how it looks on you. No way for someone else to customize it for you and it be 100% how you actually want it. So I would suggest plucking and customizing it, putting it on, see where you need to pluck it, take it off, pluck it, put it back on. Sometimes it's a really long process, but if you want your hair looking good, obviously you will take your time and do what you need to do. And definitely bleach your knots if it does not come bleached, or sometimes you even have to re-bleach them after the company says that they've already bleached them. It kind of just depends, you know. If you have a wig, just throw it on, see how it looks. Sometimes for the cap under, if it does not match your skin color, I would say get some powder that's used for your face and put it on there on the cap so it blends in better with your scalp. My next tip is products, and if you are getting a wig glue down, sew down, or whatever, and you're going to be gluing the top part and the back part, mixing these two products together. First, put the stocking cap on, use the Got2b glue. After the stocking cap was cut, this was sprayed down, and then also the tape was used around the hairline as well. And also, when putting these products on, make sure you are not putting it on your hairline. Definitely use this and like a toothbrush, or you can use your hand, but I think a toothbrush is easier to push back the baby hairs, your baby hairs and your hairline. So when you are taking off your wig or whatever, your frontal, it will not pull your hairs off with it. So make sure you're applying this right below it, like kind of on your forehead. Your hair, make sure you're not using any too heavy products, because eventually when you're using those products every day, you're gonna eventually have to wash the hair a lot more. You need maybe a lot of products if you're getting maybe curlier type hair. Also, then I would suggest using a light foam curling product rather than something that's going to weigh the hair down. Next, I want to talk about washing the hair, it doesn't matter what kind of hair you have installed, if it's a wig, a frontal, just a regular sew-in. If you're having something in your hair for over 3 weeks max, you really need to be washing the hair, because this is real hair that most people are buying. Use a shampoo, a conditioner. Don't just co-wash the hair and think that's gonna cleanse the hair entirely, because co-washing the hair does not do that. I've read somewhere that co-washing hair is just like going out jogging and sweating and then coming back in and taking a cold shower with no soap, which makes sense because it's like a simple, quick, short-term relief for your hair, and it looks like the body will be back, but that's only for a short time until you realize that you definitely need more than just a cold wash. Detangling the hair after you wash the hair, I would recommend using this wide tooth comb. I kind of feel like I wanted, well, this is the perfect size for mine. It goes straight through. I definitely would not recommend using a route tail comb because the hair will come out, and obviously that's not what you want, because you literally just paid your money for some freaking hair and it's gonna be in the comb. And also, when brushing your hair, I would also recommend using a brush with a lot of bristles, especially if you have very full high density hair. And I don't think this hair is really high in density, so I don't have an issue with combing and detangling or anything like that. I haven't had any knots yet. Bigger hair, definitely in wigs, after you come inside in the hot and you want to comb or brush that hair out, you definitely need something wide and big and not those little things, because everything is just gonna knot up. And if you're going to wash your hair in the shower and if you're going to air dry, make sure you are combing it out or brushing it out first, then letting it air dry, instead of just washing and then letting it dry however it is, because it's gonna be a lot harder to detangle it after it's all dry. And if you're going to comb or brush your hair when it's wet, make sure you are starting from the ends and then working your way up. Let's just say you have a knot here and you're just gonna go here, and all the hairs are gonna get stripped all the way down, even hairs that weren't even gonna come out. Don't over style. No matter what kind of install you have, you do not need to over style your hair. If you have a sew-in, pulling your hair back too tight, pulling it in all these different styles every single day. I know you want to have different styles every day, but sometimes your hair needs to relax because the thread is being pulled, the braids are being pulled, and it's not gonna last as long when you're pulling on the thread and everything. It's gonna get looser, and obviously when it's too loose, you're gonna have to take it out. If you have a frontal, definitely you do not need to over style your hair. I know frontals are supposed to be, you're supposed to be able to do any style, like everything. Very careful, because you pull your hair back too tight, your frontal, if it's glued down, it's gonna start lifting. The back will definitely start lifting too if the ponytail is too tight. Another thing, when you have curly hair and you are straightening it every day and then you want it to be curly again, that is a lot of straightening, a lot of heat, a lot of products on your hair, and that curly hair is not going to last as long when reapplying the hair. So if you have a wig, a frontal, if you do know how to reapply it yourself, make sure you are lifting all the way back, cleaning all the glue off before you reapply anything to your forehead, to anywhere. Make sure I like to use alcohol. Make sure you are cleaning that whole area, letting it dry, having a clean base, so when you reapply, everything goes on evenly, because if you're just reapplying over old stuff, it's not going to look right. The lace is very, very thin, so it's going to be bumpy and it's not going to look right, and it can even rip. So just make sure you are reapplying it correctly, and make sure you are not rushing when gluing down your stuff. You're letting it dry for the proper amount of time. You're wrapping up the edges, letting those sit so those last a while. The final thing is sleeping in your hair. Only thing is a wig. If you don't have that wig sewn on, or you don't have that wig glued down or anything like that, you can easily obviously just take that off and sleep in your regular hair or whatever. But if you have the sew-in, frontal, all that, make sure you wrap down everything. If you just around the house, also wrap your hair up, because it's saving particles and dirt and everything from getting on your hair. So when you're sleeping, make sure you wrap up the perimeter and then putting it in a bonnet, because I know a lot of people who just think just because maybe they have like a wig or something, they can just sleep in it. It doesn't work like that. People think that they have the best, you can have the best hair in the world, but you sleep in it every night, it's not gonna make it last as long as you want it to last. Sleeping in your hair is going to shorten the time that you have with the hair, because when you wake up, it's going to be a big ball of mess. Just make sure you have it wrapped up when you sleep, and in the morning you can just take it down, take your bonnet off, and just go, and comb it out and just go. And that's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more of me.